is a toned and formed, muscle, and then on the face, which is like, this is better?
Yeah, now I can hear.
Okay. What happens is when during the exercises, the whole thing, but just bear with me. Okay, so when you tone the muscles, the first thing you see is, wow, instant face lift. So muscles are toned, they're tight. It's like, flabby body, vis-a-vis a toned body, same thing. So there's the beauty aspect and the anti-aging aspect. The beauty aspect is, look, I showed you how the muscles are sagging, right? Now on your face, this is called the frontalis. Our friend here starts sagging this way, downwards towards gravity. And the first thing that you see is horizontal lines here. Yeah? Then you have the neck muscle, which is typically vertical. Okay, there are a band of vertical muscles here. They start moving like this. This is the problem. They start moving like this. So you see all this sagging here. And you say, oh, she's sagging, sagging. But sometimes it's not because the muscle is sagging. Sometimes, the skin is sagging is basically because the muscle is sagging. So it's like a combination of all this thing happening. Then you have the other aspects. So a lot of people, you see all of a sudden there's atrophy here. It's like the skin goes in, the eyes. Especially Asians, we have this thing where we have more atrophy here. This is our problem. But the skin goes, it goes in. The muscle starts getting, it's atrophy. What are the other signs that you typically see of aging? The lips droop downwards, touching gravity, absolutely. So you have all these aspects, and in the skin, the texture also changes, right? You had such beautiful skin when you were younger, and then again, and it's not because you've been using makeup or you've been using style. No, there is a balance, of course, but it's because of a lot of other aspects. The crow's feet, yeah. Because here typically, the muscle, it's very thin. It's very, this is your thinnest muscle. That is like tissue paper, the platysma. So these muscles around the eyes are very, very thin. If you don't work them out, if you don't tone them, either they add fat or they will, that's what happens. You see that the texture sort of changes. Okay, let's try looking on the eyes. Simple. Everything is simple, but it's about, do you want to be in kindergarten or do you want to graduate? And that's how you work out. So exercise is the same. We're going to go further. Why? The only thing is you need a trained person. And I will tell you the expert why later. We'll get to that later. So we're all sitting straight, okay? And we're going to check out the ceiling of the Pullman Hotel. So just look up. Stretch. Look up. Check it out. It could have had some interesting colors, but obviously they don't want that. And hold, and relax. Yeah? One more time. Stretch. Come on, stretch, stretch, stretch. Stretch.
So all the while the face will be straight.
Face will be straight. Yes. And stretch. And stretch. And feel it. And relax. We're going to hold this for 10 counts. Can you do that?
So if you're wearing contact lenses.
Are you wearing soft lenses? Soft lenses, no. Nothing's going to happen to you, but they just get slightly dislodged. That's all. Okay, stretch. Look up, look up. Imagine there's this swirls of red and white and pink on the ceiling. And we're already at 2 counts. And 3. And 4. And 5. Stretch some more. It's pretty okay. And 8. Feel the energy. Feel the light. Stretch some more and relax. One more quick stretch. Stretch. Look up. Feel good. Swirls. You're already at 4 and relax. Just close your eyes. Breathe in. And out. And in. And out. And relax. So the Ayurveda Wellness Program works not only to increase muscle tone, circulation, but fine lines and wrinkles start filling up. And the texture of the skin changes dramatically, basically bringing more vitality into your entire face. What we do for the corporate world is you talked about the beauty for the beauty angle, but it also works in the corporate world because what's their problem? Stress, right? Stress, sleep, productivity is what the employer is looking at. He's not, he's there, but he's not there. He's not really giving me returns. So if you can bring your mind onto alpha level, which is by any techniques, for me it is face yoga. So you are working your muscle. Sure, you're exercising, but there's a kind of calmness that comes after doing an entire program or a schedule. So even though you are exercising, you're bringing yourself to alpha. It's yoga, right? It brings you to a certain standpoint. And so this is the focus area that we do for the corporate sector. For sports, we just completed for the football team, the national football team, 8 players. And they're training throughout the year. They're doing, they're there out in the field, they're training. But there's a point that they stop and they have to be able to go into the game and take decisions on the spot at that point. And that's only when they are, again, the mental and endurance is sort of on a particular level, so that the focus comes in. Again, the circulation, the toning, bringing you into a point where you are able to look at what's happening around you and just be there at the same time, but you're in the game. So that's how we work with them, with the athletes. Iron Wellness has been studying yoga, Tibetan techniques, certain Chinese, techniques, and most importantly, which is really close to my heart, is we've been interacting with allopathic doctors, practitioners. And that has really been very interesting because they have been asking us to interface with them and taking it forward in the medical arena. That's really, really nice. I'll tell you about that. We've been using allied medicine because I believe this is what we come under now. Now it's not alternative therapy. For things like, it's like rehabilitation as post-care, post-physiotherapy. For issues like facial morphia, where these are autoimmune aspects, and they really don't have anything except steroids, some exercises and movement in. So we've been using that and increasing the circulation, increasing the toning. You see the differences that have been coming in very positively. Facial nerve damages, which come in. You see, I have a little girl, she's 8 years old, and I really, really want her to get well. Where the whole muscle distorts, and you don't know, it's autoimmune, you don't know why, you don't know what to do, nothing. But I've been seeing that one side of her face, she couldn't see anything. In this last 1 month, touch wood, and I'm hoping she can actually flare her nose. So, it's like, yeah. So, but we've been using this, and now we are going into autism and ALS because they have, here, swollen, this particular area is the problem. So in typical physiotherapy, yes, they can do their regular, but we can actually isolate. So just imagine, there's the beauty angle, and then there's this medical angle. And if you can fuse it together, you get the wow factor for beauty, and at the same time, you have something which is helping somebody forward. Okay. So basically, when you increase the ratio of new cells versus dying cells, that's called rejuvenation. There are a lot of techniques, but this is what we've been using. Because this is what we have found that the balance has been coming into play. And the face reflects the health of the mind, the body, and the spiritual body. The ancient science of face reading, which is there in Egypt. Then the Bamboo Chronicles, 300 BC China, talks about face diagnostics. So everybody is, talking about the face, and then they go into the body. Unfortunately, we lost that somewhere along the way. What I want you to do is now, we've taken a little rest, let's get back. We're going to do the same. I call it the balloon. We call it the balloon. It's called so. And smile. No, first, one second. So, 3 fingers. And smile and breathe. We're all going to do this for 10. So 1, very good. Feel the energy. Wonderful. And breathe. Super. And breathe. Would you like to try? And smile. Yeah, you guys look good, trust me. People are going to call you for all the events, and it's like, hey, we can't do without them. Seriously, this is too good. And 5, and 6. Feel it, feel that. Smile. When you smile, yeah. And smile. And perfect. No, question later. Do this. And smile.
Cheeks blow out even more?
No.
Can I do this?
When
No,
you-
already have chubby cheeks. Like, okay.
I have 2 models and actresses who come to me because they have chubby cheeks and face. This particular exercise is the one that they have to do for a month before they even start further.
Will you go down?
It will go down, but it's not just by itself. You have to add stuff, and that's the reason it's called sculpting. We come to that. Sorry. Can we try again?
Yes.
Yeah, one go. And breathe and smile. Come on, fellow.
Smiling it up.
Smiling is the part. You know what? You want to be in kindergarten all your lives? No, you want to graduate. The same exercise has so many twists and turns, you have no idea. The same exercise I used for face mold fear. But we did it with water, we did it with oil, we did it with air, we did it with nothing, and that's the way. And relax. You relax. Can you feel the difference
Yeah.
since the first exercise? And now, right?
Yeah,
Sorry?
we can do Q&A later.
Yeah, sure. After the session or during this, okay? So you can feel there is a different, there are different muscles that are working in the same exercise. Okay, there are 57 exercises. Every day I develop something more. And it's not about the exercises. It could be the same exercise. It's how you tune it, how you use it, and how you reuse it in that repetition mode. So what you would need is for a sculpted face here, or maybe somebody else needs this because they've got flattened cheeks. The exercise could be the same. That's my expertise because it's sculpting. And also what happens is sagging and aging, takes a toll on different faces. Faces are different. Everybody has a different face. We've got young ladies here, we've got somebody older. So how and what has to be worked out, and that comes a little later.
And weight loss also counts as
Weight loss does. And that's why you need to maintain. Look, it's like this body also. Don't you sag, you start sagging and you need to work out that area. It's the same principle applies. It's just that our friend here is smaller and these guys are bigger. This is good. It means you're enjoying my session because when you're yawning, cortisol hormones release into the bloodstream. Wow. So thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, I told you to start. But you're supposed to. Okay. So typically, when we age, now the faces differ. There are some. Now let's come to that factor. When we age, different people have different aspects, problems. There's some where the corners really dip down. Some of them don't. They're nice and firm, but they have these deep grooves which are deeper than normal. Now,